Okay, hello everyone. So we're going live. My name is Brad. This is the Inspirational Ambivert channel. This is a live vlog. This is the sorry, one moment. Let me just get everything set up. Um, this is the Let's Get Inspired episode 6. It's 2222. Hey, again, that angel number is there. That's brilliant. So today is the 24th of May, 2025. It is a Saturday, and at the time is 22:22 when I've just started. That is amazing, outstanding. Again, I need to maybe do a video about that one time. That is an angel number, by the way. I'm just changing the lighting a little bit. This is the best I have. Sorry about the camera at the moment. I think I need 50 subscribers, and then I can do the videos off my phone, which will be the live videos off my phone, which will be a lot better than what I'm using now. So, but anyway, so that's that. So let's get into it. Today, please note this is delivered in a free-flowing, casual manner. Like a freestyling kind of way. And today I'm going to talk about the 10 habits for extraordinary resilience. I'm going to talk about those things. I'm going to do a Q&A at some point. And any comments I will respond to the best I can. And then I'm going to read out some positive affirmations and analyze them, discuss them a little bit. And then I think that'll be it, really. Obviously, I'll do an introduction as well. And obviously, other conversations might flow, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, currently I've got like 40 subscribers, and I'm really, really grateful for anyone that's subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I'll do my best to make the best videos I can. I do work full time as a scrub nurse in a hospital, working in theatres, surgical theatres. I help surgeons basically, help surgeons with instruments, etc. But I don't want to bore you with that today. And my channel, for anyone that doesn't know, my channel is about I'm just trying to help people. Life's hard, life's not easy. And I'm just trying to help people come up with the tools to deal with life better. Not that I have all the answers, by the way. I'm not going to say I'm this angelic person that's living perfectly, because I'm not. I'm still learning as I go along. I'm developing as I go along. And even the things that I talk about today, I do some of these things really well, but sometimes I slip up because I'm human. I make mistakes. I forget things sometimes. I get tired. I get run down. I get annoyed sometimes, and that's normal. I know, but the things I talk about today, maybe some of it could sound a bit idealistic, but it's nothing. But I think there's still good things to work towards. But I am human. I'm just saying I'm not perfect. I'm just trying my best. That's it, really. Also, there's no one even viewing this. It's all good. I've got 40 subscribers, but I'm still going. I'm not going to stop. I really enjoy doing this. This is what I enjoy the most, actually, doing the live content, because I can just speak how I want to speak. It's brilliant. And also, the things that I'm discussing, I'm actually learning. Some of these things I already know, obviously, but I'm kind of like reading about it and talking about it. So I'm bringing it to my own attention, which is really good for my own personal development. But if I can help other people along the way with that, with what I'm thinking about and discussing, that's a great thing, I think. So let's get into it. Just 1 second. I'll have a sip of tea. Sip of my tea, should I say? I'm still learning this whole YouTube thing as well. But I'll get better at it. I'm not going to stop doing this. I treat this like a business, really. I treat it like a business. Anyway, I'll shut up about that. So we're going to start then. Let's start. So we've got 10 habits for extraordinary resilience. Number one, which I think is the main one, in my opinion, the most important one. If you don't agree, that's fine. Just comment. It's living healthily. Living healthily. That's the number one habit to help with resilience. So what does that mean? What's that going to involve? It's having that balanced diet. Having that balanced diet, eating good food. You can't be eating Mackies and rubbish all the time. It's just your body's gonna be depleted of nutrition, isn't it? You've got to eat as well as you can. Everyone's got different bodies, obviously. Some people are vegetarian or whatever, but I believe, I don't know, everyone's got their own opinion on that's another conversation. But I think having that balanced diet, having protein, having vitamins, eating well, eating healthily, massively helps. I tend to apply the 80-20 rule with regards to my diet. 80 good, 20 bad. You can't be perfect. You can't be eating salads all the time or whatever it is. One of the simple pleasures of life is actually eating, and I think it's important to eat well. 1 second, just take that off the screen. Yeah, so eating a balanced diet, so 80% good. That's what I live by. I'm not saying that everyone has to live like that, but 80% good, 20% bad. And then moving on, it's that limiting alcohol. And I know it's not all bad. It can help people relax and helps people, people like it in a social setting. But me personally, I hardly ever drink. I think I've drunk once this year. Once for my girlfriend's 40th, I drank. But I don't really drink much at all. It slows. I find personally, a lot of people won't agree. Alcohol slows me down. It lowers my energy. It takes me days to recover. Maybe I'm showing my age with that. But I think limiting alcohol is really going to help you. It helps you deal with life better, therefore making you more resilient. Because alcohol just takes all your energy away, doesn't it? Another one is sufficient sleep. Yeah, getting a good night's sleep, man. Again, some people will struggle with this one. And what I find, obviously, I'm not a doctor, by the way. I'm not a psychotherapist or anything like that. I'm not qualified in any of those things. Just as a disclaimer, but I do find that magnesium glycinate, if you do struggle with sleep, a lot of people are, and there's a lot of other things that I'm not going to mention today with regards to sleep, but I think magnesium glycinate can help with sleep, basically. I won't go too much into that now. But I think that a lot of people are deficient of magnesium, and which can impair sleep. Anyway, I'll carry on. So it's basically having that also. So you've got your diet, you're limiting your alcohol, you're getting enough sleep, hopefully, and then it's just having that being active, basically, having that lifelong physical activity incorporated into your life. This is going to help you deal with stress. Like if you go to the gym and you do weights or whatever, you're going to develop muscle, obviously. And that can help. It's like body armor in a way. It helps you, keeps your body strong. If it's well fed, you've got enough rest, you're strong, physically strong, and you're full of nutrients, you're full of good things. You're going to be able to, life's hard, obviously. Life's bloody hard sometimes. The school of life is not fucking easy. And you're going to need to, giving your physical body the best it can is going to help you deal with that. It's going to make you more resilient. It's going to make you tougher. It's going to make you stronger. And another thing, what's it called? Sorry. Exercise can enhance neuroplasticity. And what does that mean? It means that I'm not going to go into the scientific details of this, but basically that means that the brain, it allows the brain to adapt to change better. It can promote exercise and healthy being active. It's promoting memory, learning, improves determination. Because imagine you're doing a long run or an event or whatever it is, or you're just lifting some weights, you're just lifting 10 sets, but it's heavy, and it's that determination to get that goal, whatever it is, lifting weights or running or whatever it is. Obviously, when you exercise, it's going to improve your mood. You're going to feel better. It's going to improve your endurance, improve your memory, your energy. And I think that's being active. Your body's there to be used. It's there to be used, and this is the top priority in life, I believe. Look after your body. You've only got one. Sorry, I'm ranting on here, but I think it's one of them. There's other things as well, but if you're eating well, sleeping well, and you're active, you're giving yourself a fighting chance to deal with life for as long as you can. Eventually, helps your body to maintain hemostasis, doesn't it? Hemostasis meaning your body's just trying to stay alive, isn't it? Try to stay healthy. If you give it the right fuel, the right sleep, the right rest, recuperation, you give it, sorry, I'm going on, but it's going to help you deal with shit for longer. Obviously, at some point, if you're lucky enough to get old, so not everyone gets that privilege. If you're lucky enough to get old, then, excuse me, sorry. Sorry, I'm just losing my train of thought. If you're lucky enough to get old, eventually, if you get to 90, for example, maintaining that homeostasis for the body is going to be a lot more difficult because you're old. Obviously, you're not gonna last forever. This body's not gonna last forever, and something will give eventually. But you just gotta try and by being physically active, you slow. Sorry, I'm not getting the words out very well today. Let me just have a sip. But by keeping physically active, having enough sleep, I'm repeating myself here. I'm sorry if I'm boring you now. But that's going to help you basically deal with life, isn't it? It's going to help you deal with life. Because you can have the energy and the vitality to do so until at some point you won't be able to when you get too old, basically. I'm really sorry I've gone off on a tangent there. So number one, live healthily as much as possible. So that's that. Number two is understanding your values. So what does that mean? Understanding your values. So what are your priorities in life? I'd like to think is that one. Are you a committed person that has integrity? I'm sorry, I'm struggling with this one as well. This is something maybe I need to work on myself. I told you I don't know everything. I suppose living to your own values. If you're not living to your own, I'm trying to think about what to say now. It's good to live to if you're not living to your own values, imagine if I'm trying to think now. It's just how to put a statement about this. Imagine if you've got integrity in life and it's really important to you to be honest and be real, and then you're not living that life. Imagine you're living a lie. Maybe you're in a job, you're in the boss or whatever, and you've got to implement changes into the workplace and you think it's a lot of shit and you don't believe in it and it goes against everything that you think about trust and honesty and goodness, and maybe you've got to sack people and you feel bad about it, or you've got to lie. Imagine you've got to do that as a job, or you could be someone famous, for example, and they tell you what to say. So you sell your soul, basically, don't you? And you don't even believe in this shit, whatever they're telling you, but you've got to do it because you need the contracts. You're in contract with them. You've got to say what they tell you to say. And that can go against your integrity and your values have gone out the window. Your beliefs have gone out. Your beliefs as well could be gone out the window. I suppose as well for more of a normal kind of person, it's like being in a workplace where there's loads of toxicity and nastiness and bad people backstabbing and slagging each other off, and then it doesn't fit with your values. You could be a good person, a genuinely good person, and you're in this environment that's full of bad people, let's say, and it just doesn't sit well with you. It's gonna diminish your resilience, isn't it? It's gonna think, oh, this doesn't feel good, and if you're doing that all the time, it's going to lower your resilience. So it's just understanding those values that you have. What matters to you as a person? What do you want to live by? How do you want to be remembered when you're old? I think some people don't do this, do they? They don't understand the values. They don't even have any. They just bumble through life. I suppose we all do that to an extent. I think if you've got that insight about your values, sorry, I'm going on a bit now, but it can help you to understand your reactions to things, and it can help you make better decisions in life with regards linked to those values. I'm trying to think if I can think of anything else to say about that. Maybe that's something I need to work on, maybe, to an extent. But I don't know. I think my values are just determination, doing the right thing, turning up, being respectful to others, but not taking any shit at the same time. I think they're part of my values: being real, turning up, doing my best, always trying to improve. And if, for example, I'm not in an environment where I can't, if I'm in an environment where I can't improve, there's no opportunities, then I'll look for opportunities elsewhere. That's what I'll do. So anyway, that's that one. So I'm going to move on to, so that one was number 2, understand your values. So number 3, number 3 is committing to what makes you happy. This is important, man. One moment, let me have a little sip of my tea. If anyone's even interested, no one's even watching the bloody video. Anyway, this is Red Bush tea, whoop you do. And I'm also drinking coconut water on a Saturday night. No drink, not doing that. So committing to what makes you happy. How are you going to do that one? Let me think. I'm trying to think, sorry. It's spending your time in ways that makes you feel good, something that you enjoy. So you're feeding your body, mind, and soul kind of thing. So it's finding something that you enjoy doing, what you love doing, what you enjoy. It could be cooking. If you enjoy cooking and you make time to do that, it's gonna be like it's gonna relieve stress, isn't it? It's therapeutic. That's the word I was looking for. It's going to be therapeutic. It helps relieve work pressures, life pressures. If you're lucky enough to make time for those things. What do I like? I love going to the gym. I love going to the gym. I love exercising. It helps me release stress. Makes me feel good. That's what I like to do. So, I suppose some people are very lucky. They'll find a job or a career that they love doing. And that can bring them true happiness in life if they're lucky, but not everyone can do that. Excuse me. But I think if you find something that you love, that's going to help you. Again, this is going to help your resilience because you're finding the things that make you happy. And then basically, imagine you go to work, it's a bit shit, you're not really enjoying it, but it gives you some money, and then that allows you to do the thing you love. That's more realistic, isn't it, for a lot of people? So then while you're at work, you're thinking, at least I'm doing this so I can do those other things. If I don't do this shit task of work, then I can't do the things I love. I think that will help you. Obviously, that's going to help you. It's finding what makes you happy. And sometimes it's not always that easy, is it? Because it's like, some people are like, I don't even know what makes me happy. I don't even know what the fuck makes me happy. What do I do? I don't even know. And the only way to really discover that is to try things, I suppose. Try things, have a go. If you don't know what makes you happy. Some people might be in that position. Easy said than done, but just have a go at things, try things, and you might find what you love. And sometimes you're going to find what you don't love, find things that you don't enjoy. Sometimes if you try something new, there's a good chance you won't even enjoy it. So that's that. And also, obviously, that key word in there is committing to those. Commit to what makes you happy, basically. Really, like, if you find that thing that makes you happy, I'm going to commit to it. I'm going to make sure I do that at least once a week or twice a week. If you've got the time, obviously. So anyway, I'll move on. 1 second, I'm just going to have a drink. So the next one for resilience that's going to help you with resilience is thinking about the words that you're using. Thinking about the words that you're using. So what's that mean? What does it mean? So I believe thoughts and words determine our resilience, don't they? The things that you say to yourself in your head, that internal dialogue. Some people aren't even aware of their internal dialogue. They just they just live, don't they? They don't. It's aware what you're not your thought. You got to be aware of your thoughts and you can control them. Some people aren't in control of them; they're just happening randomly. I suppose that happens with everybody. But you don't want to. Obviously, I do it anyway. Self-defeating things that we can say inside our heads, shitty things that we say to ourselves. I think a lot of people do that. I think it's human to do that. But they can take away your power, can't they? Those things can take away your power. They can take away your inner strength. And that can have if you do that enough, if you hate yourself, you're slagging yourself off all the time, you're putting yourself down all the time. I don't think that's a good thing. It's not healthy. And that's something I used to do a lot of. I still do it now. I've got to be honest. I still do it now, but not as much as I used to. But it's having that ability to analyze it, think, oh shit, I'm going. Sometimes you catch myself. I think, oh shit, off I go. I'm beating myself up again. And then if you catch yourself, that means basically start to analyze it. Then, and once you start to, trying to think. You start to analyze it, then you can turn it around. Think, right, actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to slag myself off. I'm not going to put myself down here. This isn't a crisis that I'm in. It's actually, let's reword it. So let's reword crisis. Let's change it into challenge. This is a challenge instead of a crisis. Instead of something being fucking horribly shit, do you know what? This is a challenge. I'm gonna reword it, reframe it. This is a challenge, meaning that I'm up for it. I'm gonna try and beat it, basically. So these like self-affirming words, aren't they? And this is gonna help you to develop. Once you start catching your thoughts and you're flipping them, it's gonna help you to create that mental hardiness, that mental fortitude, and it's gonna help to at least lessen the negative things in life. And it can also help you to embrace that change, can't it? I suppose, because when you turn, it's all your thoughts turn to words, your words turn to actions, don't they? So it's just reframing it, basically. This is a big one as well. It can massively help with resilience. You're going to need resilience in life. If you haven't got resilience in life, you're just gonna drop, aren't you? You're gonna wither away into nothing. You need resilience in life. Anyway. Sorry, I've got a comment. Thank you, Sander B. I struggle to catch myself. Do you have any tips on how to achieve catching yourself? Excuse me, one moment of drink again. Sorry if you can hear me drink, but anyway. I struggle to catch myself, Sander's saying. catch yourself with your thoughts. Have you got any tips on how to achieve catching yourself? Sorry, I'm just trying to think of an answer for that one. Let me think. Sometimes, imagine if you're just in the moment and it's happening real time. It's sometimes you're not going to always catch yourself because you're just doing it. It's just happening. Um, I think it also it's again it's trying to think now. Sorry, trying to think. So if it's happening and you're struggling with it, it's just going. It's powerful, isn't it? I think it's just there's a few things. So imagine it's a situation and you're really worried about it and you're thinking, oh God, I can't do this. This is going to be bloody horrible. And you just go in on that thought. But if you can, you think yourself, right, okay, I'm thinking that, I'm worried about that. That feels bad. I'm worried. And then you think to yourself, actually, have I dealt with this before? Have I seen this situation before? And try and think of situations where you've dealt with that before. Or if you've got, like, if you're working with shitty people, think of how maybe, I'm sorry, I'm struggling here. I struggle to catch myself. Do you have any tips on how to achieve It's just having that. I don't know. Sometimes it takes coming out of a situation and maybe even speaking to someone sometimes and going, I'm sometimes just talk to someone and go, I've got a problem. This is pissing me off. Fucking, I'm scared about this. I'm scared about that, or whatever it is. And then sometimes that person go, all right, and they'll listen. If you get the right person, they'll listen to you, and then they can actually give you another perspective. And then that's also how you can catch yourself because you're going on about how negative you scared you are, and the other person who's not this other person you speak to is not emotionally tied to what you are, and they can help you sometimes. I think that's a realistic way if you're lucky enough to have the right person around, and then listen to their perspective and go, it's not that bad. You did this the other week. Do you remember when you did this the other week? Oh yeah, it wasn't that bad, was it? No. And it's just remembering those scenarios. Yeah, I think help speaking to someone else, or if you have not got that, speak to yourself and go, do you know what? I've dealt with this before. I'm strong. And it's also having some gratitude towards yourself. Give yourself a hug inside. Say, actually, I'm a good person. I'm good. I'm strong. I've done this before. I can do it. And just tell yourself that as well. This isn't always going to work. And I think it's also don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up when your thoughts go away because they go away with themselves. They go negative, don't they? It's normal. You're going to do it. Sometimes it's a good thing to think negatively. Sometimes that could be deemed to be realistic, couldn't it? Yeah. So anyway, thank you for the question, Sandra. That's a really good question. I hope I answered that okay for you. And please, if anyone is watching or watches this after, if you've got any comments on that question, that'd be great. I don't think I've covered every tactic there, but I've covered what I can think of now. Obviously, this is live, so I'm just trying to free flow with the content that I'm talking about. So, but that was a great question. Thank you. So, moving on. Another sip of tea. Number 5 is the next one. So it's taking responsibility of your situation. So taking responsibility of your situation. So you're not a victim of your circumstances. That's what I'm trying to say here. We always have a choice in every situation, don't we? We always have a choice. But it means you've got to take personal responsibility. Sometimes, I keep saying this all the time, man. A lot of people, they don't take responsibility at all, do they? They just don't. It's never their fault. It's always somebody else's fault. And it's not a good way to live, obviously. It's shitty. But if you do take responsibility of your own thoughts and feelings. It can help you to have some control over the life events that are happening. If you're responsible for your feelings, aren't you? You're responsible for your own thoughts. I think sometimes if you're honest with yourself as well, imagine you're in a bad situation. Sometimes that could be all your fault or partly your fault that you're in that situation. Imagine if you get paid and you spend all your money in a week and you get paid monthly, you've still got 3 weeks left. And you spent all your money in a week, it's all gone, and you've not paid all your bills, and you've no food. It's your own fault. It's your own fucking fault. And some people blame other people or whatever it is, which is pathetic. But you take responsibility, then you can learn from it, can't you? You can learn from it. And I think it can help you deal with life events a little bit better when you take responsibility for situations in life. And also sometimes other things happen, like your car could break down, and it's annoying, obviously. It's not the worst thing in the world that can happen, but it's shit, obviously. And it's just taking responsibility of the situation and just thinking, do you know what, it's happened. It's having that mental fortitude to think, do you know what, this is a problem. This needs dealing with. Let's get on with it. That's all I've got to say about that. Sorry. Taking responsibility of your situation. If anyone's got any comments or thoughts on that, then just comment. That's fine. So next one is number 6. Again, I'm having a drink. I don't know why I'm explaining that, but I am. The beauty of this, so it's like a free-flowing conversation, which I enjoy. I love doing the live comment. Anyway, so number 6, nurture your spiritual life. And that leads me to a question, actually. We'll explain this in a moment, but I'm going to do a Q&A if I can. Start a Q&A. Start a poll. Ask a question. Do you, sorry, one moment, believe in the afterlife? So that's my, I've done a poll, by the way. This is, if anyone watches this after the fact, that's not going to be there. So do you believe in the afterlife is the question. I'm going to solve that. I'll leave that there for now. And I'm going to, oh, sorry, making a mess everywhere. So that moves me back on to what I was saying before. Number 6, nurture your spiritual life. What can I say about that? Faith allows people to fall back on the belief that there is a greater meaning to life, doesn't it? People, look, I'm not going to go about religion too much, but each their own. And if it helps people gives people a moral compass and guidance and community. If someone's in a religion, for example, that can help you with resilience, can't it? It's going to help you. It's going to help you get through the shit of life. I think my personal opinion, that's what religion can do. It gives people a sense of community, a belonging, a moral compass. There's a lot of wise things said in religion, which I believe in. But this moves me on to what I believe. I think there is another side, by the way. This is my opinion. I don't know for a fact, but I think I do know. I think I'm not saying that I'm religious, but I do believe there's another side, another spiritual side that we can't always pick up on. I think that why we're here, I think we're here to learn. I think like the school of life that's why we're here. It does include suffering. But I think there's a lot of growth through suffering, as hard as it fucking is sometimes. And obviously resilience is going to help with this. But I do believe there's another side. I could be wrong, of course. Um, that's why I've just asked this question. Um, but what are we? What do I believe? That we are spirits in human bodies, really. And I do believe there's another side. Actually, I really strongly believe there's another side. Um, and yeah, and I think just do the best you can in the life we have here. I don't know everything, obviously. I think there's other frequencies. Sorry, I'm going on a bit. I think there's frequencies that we cannot detect properly. We don't have that ability, or a lot of us don't have that ability. It's not developed enough. There's a lot of things going on that we can't see or hear. But if that gives me, that's my belief, like a spiritual belief or whatever, not religious, but a spiritual belief. But that helps me to, I think it just helps you to feel better. It helps me to feel better about life. It makes me not so fearful of death. I'm not scared of death. I want to live as long as I can, obviously, but I'm not scared of death at all. Not really, because I think there's another side, and that helps you. That helps me personally on a positive. So, I think that can help you massively in life, man. If you want it to, if you allow it to. Not everyone, obviously, it's also respect to anyone else who believes in other religions, or respect to people who don't believe in anything. It's an individual's choice, isn't it? So, Sander B, thanks again. You've got another question. I believe that religion divides people, and I prefer faith and spirituality than blindly following a religion. Yeah, I agree with a lot of that. Let's try and break that down. But religion can divide people, can't it? Because think, oh, I believe in this God. My God's the only God. All the other gods are false gods. So my religion's the best religion. So fuck all the other religions. That's kind of it, isn't it? And everyone else is stupid because they don't believe in my religion. It's kind of the thought. And there's been a lot of religions themselves aren't bad. The content in the books, Quran and the Bible and all the others, the content in them is not bad. It's really good. It's like there's a lot of good moral values in there, positive. I think it's just humans, people that twist them for their own agendas. There's a lot of wars over religion, isn't there? I'm not going to go too much into that because that's been going on since the beginning of a civilization, let's say. And yes, it does divide people big time. Awful. Instead of bringing people together, and people, the egotistical people of the world, the crueler people of the world use it to their advantage, don't they? Use it as a tool, as an agenda to commit atrocities, don't they? At worst. But what I find as well with some truly religious people, I've met Muslim people and whatever, it doesn't matter, Christian people, and do you know what? Some of them are genuinely, they're very good. They practice the religion very well, let's say. They're just respectful people. They don't talk about it with others. They just keep to themselves. They're a good family person, good family man, for example. They live their lives really well. They work hard. They don't do anyone any harm. They're actually living truly to the religion. They're committed and they're really good people. And I think they're great, absolutely great, each their own. And so, but does it divide people? It does. It can do, yeah, big time. A lot of time it can do, but not always. And you prefer faith and spirituality rather than following, but I'm the same. I went to a very strict Protestant Christian school, which had its benefits. Don't get me wrong. We had to go to church quite often, almost every week, or at least once every 2 weeks. Which wasn't a bad thing, you know. But I prefer faith and spirituality as well. I'm more of that type of thinking. I think if I was going to choose one religion, it'd probably be Buddhism or something like that, but I don't choose one. But I think it's an interesting topic. Some people can get very defensive about it, can't they? Yeah, they can. But anyway, that's that. It's all good though, good vibes, good energy. And I also, sorry to crack on, to carry on, should I say, I believe that we're energy. We're just energy. And I think that God is energy. Maybe I'm talking shit, but I think God is energy, and energy is in us. It's in everything. It's in this cup. Sorry, I'm going on a bit, going down a spiritual little babbling about spirituality. But anyway, I believe, try and be the best person you can, help others. To be a good person, you don't need religion can help you with that, but I don't think you have to have it there to be a good person. You don't need religion to rely on that. I think you can be a good person yourself without that. So anyway, I think that's enough on that topic for now. That's basically, could talk about that. I could talk about that for quite a long time, actually. Maybe that's another video if anyone would want to watch that. But maybe I'll do that in the future. Or maybe I'll talk about that in the future, because I find that interesting. I find it quite interesting. So that's it. Nurture your spiritual life. It will help you with resilience. It will help you with life. This is what it's all about. You live in a life, make yourself as strong as possible to deal with the shit that's coming, and to just live the best life you can, live the most fulfilled life you can, the most healthy life you can. It's really, resilience is important, man. That's why I'm talking about it today. So moving on, number 7, find meaning at work. So find meaning at work. So you're finding meaning in what you're doing. Oh, not always easy for everybody, that one. So it's, if you're doing a job you love and you're passionate about it, you're winning all day long. You're winning all day long. If I'm honest, I don't think I've ever found that truly 100%. Actually, I tell a lie. I'm passionate about doing this. I'm treating this as a job. It's a hobby and a job in my mind. It's my own business, this. And I'm enjoying doing this because I can create what I want. I can talk about what I want. It's brilliant. I'm not getting paid for it, but I'm going to treat it. This is my work. This is my job. And I think that's a good thing. But anyway, moving on. Sorry. I'm going to say then. So aligning with your job. Aligning with your job. Sorry, I'm going to drink some more coconut water. So if you've got a job that you love, you're winning. Happy days. Great. You've cracked it. Not everyone, being realistic though, most people, in my opinion, don't get that. You ain't gonna get it. Not fully. I suppose I get it partially. I like to help people. That's what led me to working in care. I like to help people. It made me feel good. And then eventually that's led to me working as a nurse, as a scrub nurse. I'm helping to fix people. I'm a part of a team that helps to fix people. That makes me feel good. It's not 100% what I'm passionate about, if I'm honest, but partly my values align with that kind of work, which helps. Obviously, though, imagine if you're working in a factory and it's fucking mundane and it's just you're picking picker, packer, racker, stacker, basically. What's a picker, packer, racker, stacker? There's no disrespect to anyone that does this. You're working in a warehouse. It pays. It's a job. It's giving you an income. It feeds your family. It puts food on the table. That's meaning. That's your meaning. I'm turning up every day. I'm doing a job I don't like. Imagine maybe even bin men. Imagine a bin man. It's important what they do. They take the rubbish away. They get up early in the morning, but it must be a repetitive, dirty, smelly job. But it's important. It's important. And obviously, you could also think to yourself, "Oh, I'm just a bin man." But you're not just a bin man. You actually, without bin men, the streets would be full of rubbish, wouldn't they? They'd be full of shit. And if you're cleaning the streets, that's helping the community, helping the world, isn't it? There's meaning in that as well. But I think basically a lot of people do jobs that they're just repetitive jobs. They don't like doing them, but it gives you your lifestyle, doesn't it? That's finding meaning in it. I'm doing this because it's giving me my lifestyle, and that's also giving me the opportunities to do things I love. I've got to do this shit here for right or for wrong. I know we're like modern day slaves. That's another topic. We'll talk about that now. But finding meaning in it, making the best of it. What's that song? That Disney song, "Whistle While You Work." A bit cheesy, I know, but fucking hell, easier said than done. But finding some joy in it as well. Like if you turn up for work, you're working with people that you like, you can have a bit of a laugh and have a joke within reason. You're on a winner there if you're lucky. Um, that can help you find meaning in the work that you're doing. Also reminding yourself why you're doing it. It's all about the why, isn't it? Why am I fucking turning up for this job? It's shit, it's boring, or whatever. I'm working with dickheads. Not good, obviously, but you're thinking, why am I doing it? Because it puts money in my pocket. That's the number one reason you're there. It's because you're getting paid and it's giving you the lifestyle that you need. And maybe you could work to something else. So that's why I'm personally doing that right now. I'm doing my job. I like my job. Wouldn't say I love my job, but I like my job. It keeps me motivated. I'm helping to fix people, so that's a bit more reason. Also, it allows me to do this right now. This hobby. This is a hobby that I'm doing now. This is my business. It's a hobby, and it's also my job. This is my job as well, but it allows me to do this right now. If I didn't do the nursing, I couldn't do this now. So this is something more. What I'm doing right now is something that I'm passionate about. But without that job, I wouldn't be sat in this room. I won't be sat in this room. So it's important, um, and that can help you feel engaged and find meaning. And again, this is all linked to resilience, isn't it? Helps you. Why am I doing this? And obviously, when you're working every day, 40 hours a week or whatever it is, and it's tiring, it's just good to remember, why am I doing this? This keeps this lifestyle, this keeps me going. So enough of that. So next one is number 8, I think it is. Let me have another drink. It's pushing your mind to learn. Push your mind to learn. And if you're not growing, what are you doing? This is the saying. If you're not growing, you're dying. You're not growing, you're dying. Um, I like to think of that. So, how can you do that? You can do that loads of ways, man. There's lots of opportunities online, isn't there? You can sign up to courses. There's so much information out there, and it could be growing in so many different ways. It doesn't have to be career. It doesn't have to be. It could just be a skill set, couldn't it? It could be anything. It could be, I don't know, learning a new language, learning a new skill, going to classes, whatever that is. But it's also a main one. Another one, really, it's a big one. Is when you're growing, it's just training, exercise. I go on about this a lot, don't I? But training, exercising is self improvement, isn't it? Self improvement. You can see you can see the results, you feel the results when you go to train. That's what's positive about gyms. All those people they're learning, aren't they? They're pushing themselves physically, but I think it's good to push the mind more as well. And that could even as simple as picking up a book. You can do that for free in a lot of countries. Sorry, you can go to the library. It's free. Excuse me. This will give you greater confidence, won't it? Learning to grow. Knowledge is power, isn't it? Obviously, and then that'll help you deal with situations in life a little bit better. What else can I say about that? And also, it'll give you the confidence to take those opportunities. If you've got that growth mindset, you're looking for opportunities. You're looking around, aren't you? What can I do next? I believe this is one of the most important things in life: is to keep pushing yourself, keep learning. But it doesn't matter what it is. But don't be complacent. That's a big one. Don't be complacent. I'm not saying do this all the time, though. You can't be pushing your mind to learn all day, every day. That's going to stress you out. That's going to burn you out, man. I'm not saying do that. Maybe some people are good with that. Some people are like that. Um, I'm not saying all the time, learning all the time. I think it can get a bit much because you do need rest. I think doing that all the time is bad, but also, but keeping in mind, you can't, don't be complacent, don't do nothing all the time because there's going to be a consequence for that. But it's good to learn at your own pace, of course. So that's number 8. Push your mind to learn. Again, what's it going to help with? Resilience. Again, what's it going to help with? It's going to help you. Excuse me. It's going to help you navigate this thing called life. This thing called life that we've got to live. You need that resilience, man. Big thing. And obviously, just to know, I don't have all the answers. I don't have everything. What I'm saying right now, I don't have all the answers to. These are just some suggestions that I'm making. And again, like I've already said, I don't get all these perfect myself either. I really don't. I'm human, obviously. So anyway, number 9. Develop a strong social network. Maybe this is something I need to work on. But I do believe I do have. Actually, I tell a lie. I do have a network of people, loved ones that I could rely on if I needed to. I'm lucky to have that. And also, if you're developing that strong social network, it's looking at role models as well, people you look up to, people that you aspire to be. They can help you. Again, build that. The main topic we're on is resilience, isn't it? So, and having that feeling of connection with others as well. And it can affect your out. What can it affect? I suppose it's linked to your outlook on your own environment, isn't it? It's having those connections, having that support system, having people to listen to you. I don't know, not everyone's going to have friends or whatever, but you can find connections at the workplace. I suppose some people develop friendships at work, but that's another topic because are your work colleagues your friends? That's another one in it. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent there. Are they your colleagues? They're your colleagues, not your friends, but that's another one. But some people do develop friends at work. You can develop connections, or people can still help you. You can still be friendly with people at work, though, and be more realistic. I believe that you can be friendly with people at work. You could be friendly. Imagine you go to the gym and do classes or whatever, or it's a reading book class or whatever it is. You're meeting acquaintances there that could be friends as well, don't get me wrong, and they could help with this building that support social network as well. Also, as well, even online can as well, definitely, for those people that struggle getting out and about. Not everyone has that ability to get out and about the same as others. I do find that obviously you've got to watch out for the trolls out there. But there's people out there online that you'll never see, you'll never see them face to face, but they can still help you online if you get in the right community and get the right groups, respectful groups. For example, it could be a topic that you're interested in. Let's just say books, just for example, and those people can help you, and you can share your thoughts with people that are open to it, which can really help. So that's part of developing a strong social network, really, isn't it? Everyone does that in their own way. Obviously, some people do it within the families, but some families are toxic, so you can't even do that. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here a little bit, but there you go. So developing a strong social network, having people around, I think it can help. I think human beings are meant to be social to an extent. But some people need it more than others. I personally am more of an introvert, ambivert actually, and ambivert. So I have some extroversion and some introversion. I'm probably more introverted than extroverted. So I love my time alone. I love solitude as well. But I do need some interactions. I couldn't just be on my own all day. I need interactions. So anyway, that's that. Okay, number 9's done. So remember that one. Develop a strong social network. to help you with resilience. So moving on to the last one, it's number 10, and it is, one moment, I'm drinking a lot, that's for sure. Remembering humour. Remember humour. Number 10. It helps. It can't be serious all the bloody time about everything. No good. You're gonna get stressed out, aren't you? Just fucking highly strung, stressed out, serious all the time. It's just a bit. It's not a good way to live, in my opinion. Sometimes you've got to put your serious head on. Sometimes when things are, you can't be joking and laughing all the time. That's just not realistic, is it? If someone's really upset and then you're just joking like a dickhead, they're just going to think you're a knob, and it's not going to help people, are you? It's not good. It's not a good one. But I think it helps you to deal with life better sometimes. Anyway, that's if it's a serious situation, that's not good. But having a sense of humour is good. It shows that you've got a strong, healthy mind as well. If you can laugh at yourself, and it releases stress. It's good to joke and have a sense of humour. Sometimes when things, I imagine you've had a really bad day, it's all going shit, and sometimes you just laugh, don't you, at the end of it, thinking, what the fuck's that? I've got a little story. I remember once I used to work in a special needs school, and the kids were challenging. They had autism and learning disabilities. And one lad, he was kicking off. So he's harming himself and he's harming others. So we put him into a quiet room, just a room, basically a quiet room, just for him to calm down. And what did he do? He had a poo, didn't he? He had a big fucking poo. And then he spread it all over the walls and then all over the ceiling, which is not good, obviously. And it absolutely stank of shit. And there were two of us, and we had to, guess what we had to do? We had to clean it up. We had to clean it up. And it was just spread all over the room, all over the ceiling, all over the walls, on the floor. It was minging. Anyway, we put gloves on and all the rest of it. And we were laughing hysterically. We were laughing while we were picking shit off the ceiling. It was, I don't know why, we were hysterical, we were laughing, but it was literally a shit situation. We were getting paid bottom dollar, minimum wage, to clean up shit, and we found it funny. We laughed through the process. And what was that? What does that show? That's resilience, isn't it? It's like, I've got a bad situation, I'm gonna laugh through this. Fuck it, I'm gonna laugh. I'm picking shit off the wall. I'm gonna laugh at it. Look at me now. Look at what I'm doing. And that is I got through it though. Did I feel bad about it? No. I could have cried about it. I could have moaned about it. I could have refused to do it if I really wanted to, but I wouldn't do that. I could have gone home and thought about how bad it is and felt sorry for myself and booty hoo. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, feeling bad about things, but I could have felt bad about the situation very, very easily, and could have felt like, why am I doing this job? I'm pathetic or whatever. But I didn't. I just laughed it. I laughed hysterically, and then I got on with it. And then actually the next day you talk about the situation, you might get a few laughs or whatever, and then you just forget about it and you carry on. That's just my example of remembering humor. I suppose, what else can I say? This is kind of off it as well. Easy said than done, though, sometimes, obviously. You can't laugh at everything. You can't laugh your way through everything. But I think it does help. It helps relieve stress. We tend to find in theatres we have a dark sense of humour as well. Bit of a twisted, dark sense of humour. But again, the job can be stressful. The job can be really stressful, very tiring. And that bit of humour within the team is good. And if you know what to say about a team, if a team's a team that laughs is a happy team. That's a strong team, isn't it? A lot of the time, as long as it's not at anyone's expense. I'm saying. I'm not saying that that's not right. If it's at someone's expense and it's nasty, that's different. That's a different kettle of fish, isn't it? But I think it's good to have humour. Good to laugh at yourself sometimes. Don't take yourself so seriously. No one gets out of here alive. You're not going to get out of here alive. Stop fucking taking it all serious, man. Anyway, so that's that. I've answered the questions. One moment, another drink. I'm going to move on to the positive affirmations. I'm going to end the live vlog. I do. One moment. At some point, I'm going to get more viewers watching this. Thanks, Sander, for watching. You're the only one that has. It'll happen. It'll happen. It takes time. But I'm going to keep turning up every week, regardless. So let's move on. This is based on Vex King, who's an author. Good vibes, good life. I do these every time I do a vlog. A live vlog. Let's get inspired vlog. These are inspirational, positive affirmations. Let's say the Good Vibes, Good Life book it's just it's basically a book, but these are like a diary that has positive affirmations on. I'm going to read a few of them. Then I'm going to kind of analyze them a little bit, discuss them a little bit, and then that's it, really. I'm not having that. Sorry, I'm just going to choose. Let me see. Friday the 23rd, May. So it says, give gratitude for how things are without the need to compare them to the past or look forward to the future. I'm going to read it again. Sorry, let's move my leg. Give gratitude for how things are without the need to compare them to the past or look forward to the future. We're grateful for now, innit? Grateful for now. Like it could be, oh, when I was 20, I could do this, I could do that. Or remember when it was 2001 and everyone was going out all the time and it was so much better then. The music was better as well. That kind of thing. And then, oh, I'm 42 now. It's not the same, is it? Oh, the town centres aren't as nice. Oh, the taxis are more, blah, blah, blah. Don't compare to that. You've only got now, haven't you? Be grateful that you're here. Grateful that you're here because you're not here for a long time. Grateful that for the where things are now, because 20 years ago it's gone, isn't it? It's tough shit. It's fucking gone. It is gone. Tough shit. Just think about, it's easy said than done this, but just be grateful for the present, because that's what the gift is, isn't it? The present. And what else did it say? Sorry. Need to compare them to the past or look forward to the future. It's appreciating now, appreciating the present, because that's all you have. The Power of Now, which is the book, isn't it? Eckhart Tolle, I think it is. Anyway, I think that's a good one, a good reminder. I think as well, just on the note of positive affirmations, they're not going to solve all your problems. Obviously, they're like a little bite-sized pick-me-up, aren't they? Really. But I think they help with resilience, by the way, positive affirmations. And I think we know internally about a lot of these things, but we forget about them, don't we? So anyway, moving on. This is another one. So affirm, I'm neither afraid of the future nor afraid of the past. All of it is part of my life journey. So I'll read it out again. Affirm, I'm neither afraid of the future nor afraid of the past. All of it is part of my life journey. Sorry, I'm just thinking. One moment. I suppose it's like anticipating positivity a bit more. I'm not scared of the future, because the future's, it's linked to that other one, isn't it? That I've just said. Don't be scared of the future. It's not even happened yet, has it? Try not to worry too much. It's easy, again, it's easy said than done. It's okay to worry sometimes. Um, I'm also I'm analyzing this on, I suppose. I'm also giving different perspectives as well. Sometimes worrying is actually okay. I think sometimes worrying can be good. It's like oh shit, if I don't do this, then a little bit of worrying is good. A little bit of anxiety is good. I think sometimes as well gives you it can make things a little bit safer for you potentially, isn't it? It's like, have I put enough fuel in the tank for the car? If I filled the car up, like you're worried about it a little bit, that can help you sometimes. I'm just giving a bad example. But I suppose it's this is more in line with don't be too afraid of the future. Don't be too scared of what's going to happen in the future. We don't know. It's like thinking, oh no, there's going to be a war, we're all going to die. Like, there's no point. You're just wasting your time and energy, aren't you, really? And also don't be too afraid of the past. So it's living in the past, isn't it? Which a lot of us do. And it's just accept it's all part of the journey that we're on. Yeah. So that's that. Moving on. I think I'm going to do one more because I'm running to I've said enough. I think this is today's, by the way. Those two were from last week. This is today, Saturday, May the 24th. Affirm. The ground beneath me will absorb my overwhelm and steady my heart while my world is in flux. I will be okay. So I'm going to say it again. The ground beneath me will absorb my overwhelm and steady my heart while my world is in flux. I will be okay. So this is like staying grounded, isn't it? Thinking I've got to stay grounded, even though there's a bit of chaos going on. Stay grounded, stay calm. It's just think everything's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Most of the time, you're going to be okay, aren't you? It's just reaffirming that to try and lower that anxiety, I suppose. Steady your heart, steady your breathing. Just take a step back. Imagine yourself, you're in a situation, you stood there, just take a step back and just think, analyze the situation, just take a deep breath. Everything's going to be okay. I know things aren't perfect, but everything's going to be okay. That's what I've got from that. Sorry, that's all I've got to say on that. Thank you for watching. If you've even watched this, there's not many watching it, if I'm honest. If you want to see more content like this, then please look at my channel, Inspirational Ambivert. I've got, obviously, this is the 6th vlog that I've done, live vlog. If you want to watch the live content, then please just check out those videos. It's just the variety of things, inspirational things on there. I've also got a lot of live content. Just look at my channel if you want to see some inspirational content about different topics. I'm trying my best to help people, basically. That's what it's all about. Inspiring people to live better lives, to deal with the shittiness of life. That's the only intention of this. And I'm going to continue. So anyway, if you can, please like. If you can, subscribe. It really helps my channel. I appreciate all the other subscribers so far. Thank you very much. If you want to leave a comment, just comment below, and I will answer it the best I can, or I will reply to you the best I can. Anyway, it's bank holiday Monday in England, which is fantastic. Yeah, so people won't be working. Happy days. Anyway, so thank you for your time. Thank you, and goodbye.